Hey guys, how's it going? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope you guys are having a good morning. And yeah, let's get this done. All right. So, pretty interesting open. All right, pretty interesting open. There's a lot going on today. Well, it seems like it. We're getting a little bit of volume here. Especially on the 1 minute, which is a little too late to enter now. I was kind of hoping maybe today would be one of those days where I trade off the 1 minute time frame, but maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on, my cats are on the keyboard. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, so we're kind of pumping up here. We're getting a very big red to green, which is a really good sign actually. Uh, because first of all, it shows us that we have volume. It shows us that we have momentum. It shows us that we have aggression. But we're also working with the DOL sweep from the London low at 25,701. Now, if we're able to pump up with this amount of buying pressure, we should be able to see an inverse off of this 15-minute. But before we see this inverse off the 15-minute, I would want to see a reaction based off 25,805.50. If we can break and hold above 25,805.50, we are already bullish, but we are approaching a bearish bias territory. What I mean by this is we're bullish because obviously, once again, we took out 25,701.25. We swept it. We got a huge red to green, showing us momentum, showing us aggression, showing us volume, showing us everything that we want to see. But obviously this can get stopped by the 805 level and this bearish rally gap into a rejection. So how do we get a continuation into this? Well, we break out of this drawn liquidity at 25,805. We still try we try to see the reaction if buyers are still able to step in as much as they did here into here. And if it shows us that buyers are still very, very aggressive and still want higher, we can look to take longs above 830 from a bullish continuation, not only from a DOL sweep here, but from a DOL continuation here after we break out of 805 and hold above it. All right, now obviously this can take some time. It could be very quick. I don't know. Whenever it happens, but this is exactly what I'm watching. And since we are kind of holding more of a bullish bias here, I would love to look for longs around this 830 area with about a 35 point stop loss. So around the 794 area, and then you have about 4 price targets, which would be just all of these highs up here. All right, guys. But like I said, it could take a while. We don't know. We don't know what the market is doing. Looking at the 5 minute time frame, we're kind of getting more of a pump and dump here. So obviously, we can give the market a little bit more time to really decide what it wants to do, whether it wants to continue lower, maybe pull back. We don't know, right? The market just opened, so it's really the only thing we can do here is kind of just wait. All right, I was kind of hoping for more of a one and done type of thing where we just rip up, hold above 805, and we get the buys from there. But it just seems like, we're going to be kind of playing around this 701 level of liquidity, maybe want lower, and so on. And from the looks of it, it also seems like ES also took out the same lows and is also trying to sweep. So we should be able to see higher. Hopefully we don't get any like random rejections or any random chop out of nowhere. Because I really don't want this volume to really go to waste. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna see what ends up happening. In terms of any setups right now, we had some on the 1 minute. We probably still have some on the 1 minute, but I'm not really too interested in taking it, especially with the volume looking a little bit like it doesn't know what it wants to do yet. Because first of all, we had selling, then buying, and now selling again. I'd rather just wait for something like very, very clean to come along while we break above previous highs or previous lows. All right. Once we're able to do that, it will just kind of show us which direction is stronger and which direction wants the level of liquidity more. And then we'll be able to trade into that direction. But for now, I'm probably going to maybe skip out on the 1 minute. And you guys might notice I'm saying the 1 minute a lot more today than I ever usually do because you guys know I never trade the 1 minute. But the reason I'm saying that is because we have a lot of volume today, maybe too much volume on the 5 minute time frame. And it doesn't really seem like we have any setups to throw that volume into. So if there's nothing to work with on the 5 minute and the only 15-minute setup is all the way up here and we're not really near it, then what can we take with all this volume? Well, we move on over to the 1 minute and we see exactly what we can do here. The thing is, I'm also not really trying to short at a level of liquidity because obviously we're going to be shorting and it's going to be a 50-50 whether we sweep it or not, right? So I'd rather just maybe skip out on that one, you know what I mean? So I would rather just wait for something cleaner to form, whether it's a retracement model off the 1 minute or pretty much anything, you know what I mean? Just off the given confirmations. Now, let me put out that I'm live on YouTube really, really fast. So give me 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I really wouldn't be interested in taking longs or shorts literally at the area that we're at right now, because we're kind of, like I said, kind of just dancing around, like price kind of just like bouncing up and down from the 701 level. So really anything can happen. You know what I mean? 1 second we could be bullish, 1 second we could be super bearish, and so on. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to be having to worry about that. I rather it just choose an actual direction by breaking above the higher low in terms of a reversal or a continuation, and then we get a setup. You know what I mean? It will be a lot cleaner, a lot more, less stressful in terms of chop and fake outs. But yeah. But we do have stuff on the 1 minute though, which is a really good sign. I mean, let me just double check first. I'm pretty positive that we do. Yeah, for sure. We're averaging about 60-point candles on the 1 minute, so we definitely have volume in the market. We're getting some retracement models and everything. It's just like I said, I'm not interested in taking anything at the current price that we're at right now. I would love to see us kind of break out of this first to then trade it. Now, a possibility would be, since we're kind of rejecting off of a 1 minute fair value gap right now. I mean, the only one that we really have right now that's pretty active. I know that we have one here and here, but they don't really exist anymore, at least for now. You know what I mean? So what could happen is, you guys saw that we kind of edged this 666 level, 25,666, all the way down here. We never took it out. We did get close to it, but we never took it out before reversing. So what could possibly happen is we take out this level of liquidity, we try getting a reversal, and if we do, instead of waiting for an entry all the way up here at 829, which is super, super far, we can probably just look to inverse this 1 minute gap here, which is very good, which is about a 60-point candle for an earlier entry, and you would have a pretty ideal price target, because you'll be looking at about a 1.25 price target. I mean, risk reward at a 45-point price target. So that's a possibility, and you can also trade it into the fair value gap. But the good thing about it is, if you trade from the entry to the high in which we rejected from, you're looking at a 45-point price target. So it's quite good, especially with the volume that we have. Today's that type of day that if you catch the right move, you can definitely get over 80 points on the trade. So yeah, I mean, today our job is to try to get the best move here, or the correct move, and then just let the market do the rest, pretty much. But yeah, we can definitely look to see what we can cook up here, for sure. But today will probably be off the 1 minute. Just the volume looks really, really good today, and it looks pretty worth taking off the 1 minute, just because we have imbalances in the 1 minute, and so on. But it's really all a matter of time. I mean, we have to see how we react off of 701 and 666, which is the main level that we want to see. So I would rather us sell off now. Who knows? Maybe we want to go lower. And there it is. There's a sell off. And who knows? Maybe we create another gap on the 1 minute for a continuation to lower, right? There's a million things that we can do right now. We just have to decide, or kind of first get a read as to what the market wants to do right now. All right, because obviously we're not going to rush anything right now, especially with so much volume. It's better if we take our time, see what looks really good, and then take that. Right? Because if there's good volume, like I said, if you catch the right, today's the type of day that if you catch the right move, you could definitely make a lot of money and catch a lot of points behind your trade, just because there's so much action in the market, at least for now. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to double check. I'm going to see if we have any news today. I don't think we do. I think it was just PMI, but I'm going to double check. Yeah, today was just PMI at 8:30. Okay, so we don't have any 10 a.m. news, which is a really good thing. But yeah, I'm gonna see what else I can kind of try to get here as we kind of head down, because the more that we head down, the more levels of liquidity that we have, and the more, you guys know me, the more levels of liquidity that we have, and the more levels of liquidity that we take out, it just kind of, although we are selling off and everything, it kind of just ruins the whole thing for me. I don't want to be, taking shorts after we took out like 20 levels of liquidity to the downside. I'd rather not do that. So yeah. Now, good thing, the best thing about the 1 minute is that we don't have to wait 15 20 minutes for a setup to form. I mean, it's 2 minutes in and out, and that's it. The setup is done, and like the setup is formed. So as we continue dumping down and creating fair value gaps, you guys see that we keep creating 60-point gaps constantly. So now that we took out 666, and maybe we're heading down into 632 next, if we take out these two levels of liquidity and potentially get a reversal, we can move our entry from up here at 745 all the way down to 680, which is a possibility. But obviously, right now, like I said, the main thing that we're pretty much waiting for and looking at is to see if we're able to even get a reversal or if we want to go lower. Right now, we're just waiting for the market to give us more reactions. I get it. Right now, we're dumping and everything. You might be wondering, Padu, why don't we have an entry? There's just no setup anywhere, right? The best setups that we can kind of work with right now is on the 1 minute, because if you look at the lowest time frame that we trade on the 5-minute time frame, there's nothing here. It's just wicks and small candles and just little pullbacks that create levels of liquidity. So all the way down here, all these lines, there's no setups here. It's just levels that we can work with, which is why I'm telling you guys I'm pretty open to taking the 1 minute, because there's something on the 5-minute as well that you can potentially take, but the 1 minute will just give you a pretty much a better entry if you get all the given confirmations. So right now, I just want to see if we're able to at least reverse. I'll be way more interested in longs than shorts right now, because like I said, we already took out so many levels to the downside already this morning. Why exactly? We're actually like dumping actually pretty hard. I mean, look at that. So I'm hoping we get a setup soon, because I don't want us to be selling off like crazy, like literally dying down, and we don't catch anything. You know what I mean? But obviously I'm not gonna rush anything for you guys either. You know? So yeah. Yeah, ES is not really selling off as much. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It is taking out some levels of liquidity, but NQ compared to ES is just dying. Look at this compared to ES on the 15-minute. So yeah, but hopefully we can get some sort of a reversal soon. We just finished taking out 632, which is a really good sign. So if we can get a very, just like that, what I was gonna say, if we can get a very nice buying candle, we could potentially look to take some longs off this 1 minute over here. Potentially, of course, off this 1 minute, and look to see what we can get. But that's only if we get like a very, very strong buying candle there, because the price right now is super volatile. Maybe even a 30-point stop loss or a 35-point stop loss probably won't even work today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, based off any trade. Now the 5-minute form. Now we have to wait another 5 minutes for this, and we keep taking out more levels. We just finished taking out 615. That's very interesting. Okay. Like I said, I'm really hoping we can get a setup soon, even if it's a retracement. I'm pretty open to taking it. Like I said, I know that we took out a bunch of levels of liquidity to the downside today. But if the market just wants to keep going lower and lower and lower every single time into another level of liquidity, but then by all means, we're gonna trade into it. You know what I mean? Obviously, just with lower risk, maybe we size less, because obviously there's a little bit more risk behind the setup. But if that's what the market is telling us, then by all means, well, we gotta respect it. You know? But our best bet right now is either get a retracement into this 5-minute or get a retracement right now into this 1 minute. Right? I don't really know if that is gonna be the case today, because we just continue to sell off constantly. So I mean, eventually we're gonna get a retracement, right? I mean, we can only hope. but yeah. Now it's gonna be a little bit tricky getting more of a retracement trade back to the downside, because the thing is, if we retrace all the way back up, in order for us to get a rejection to then go back down, we need quite a bit of a heavy reversal or a heavy rejection. So we're probably gonna get a late entry if we take a retracement model. But if we take more of an inverse model, we can get an entry quite quick, mainly based off this 1 minute here. So it would look more like this into like pretty much all of these highs up here. The final high being 805. So you look at something, you can look at something like this. Now with today's volume, I don't even think 35 points is enough. Because I mean, you guys see how we're doing it. We're averaging 60-point candles on the 1 minute time frame. If that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what will, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna see what this 1 minute can do, and if it looks good enough, then I'll be pretty open to taking it, honestly. Or if it wants to be a retracement, we don't know. We don't know yet. We're still kind of watching. But for now, I'm just kind of preparing. I want to see what the markets want to do. Whether it wants to reverse now that we take out majority of the levels of the nearby liquidity to the downside. Maybe we might want to get some movement to the upside. You know what I mean? Or if we want to get a retracement to the 5 minute and just go based off that. You know what I mean? Because it kind of seems like on the 1 minute we're trying to get some pullbacks. It's kind of hard to tell, because right now my bias is bullish, because we are holding above 615 and we are getting red to greens, which is a really good sign for buyers. But we don't know if it's going to be a pullback, because obviously the volume is so aggressive today. But I mean, hey, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, guys, right now I'm trying to look for longs above 680. But I don't want to rush it. So I'm probably going to get a little bit of a later entry today off of this model here, just because I want to wait for a little bit of extra confirmation. off of this trade if we even end up getting the inverse, because I just want to be sure that if we're gonna take longs, it's mainly a reversal and not just a very strong pullback because the volume is so aggressive today. That's what makes it a little bit tricky with today's market. Just trying to identify what's the real move and what's a pullback, because obviously on the higher time frame the trend is bearish, but on the lower time frame it could start a reversal into a bullish trend onto the higher time frame. So we just need to be very careful with that. We just need to make sure that we're catching the right move, which obviously we're gonna try our best with, but yeah, a 1 minute reversal model here wouldn't be bad. We just need very aggressive buying to tell us that buyers are now in control. You know what I mean? Which, if we're constantly getting red to greens, that's a very, very good sign. We just need to break out of this high and see how we break above it. And if we're able to do that, then we can obviously take the entry. Now, like I said, guys, today I'm probably going to be sizing very, very, very light. I don't want to be risking too much on this trade. I just want to be sure that just because today's market is a little bit. I mean, look at these pullbacks. You know what I mean? They're super aggressive. So if we enter, we can literally get stopped out in 0.3 seconds because the volume is so aggressive. So we got to be careful for sure. We definitely have to be careful. But I'm gonna see what we can do. As long as we're able to afford, I would say it's pretty safe to say if we're able to afford another red to green in this candle, it can confirm something. Now we also have to be a little bit careful with this 5 minute here. Now obviously if the buying pressure looks very, very strong, I'm sure we can inverse this 5 minute with no issue. The same way how we would inverse the 1 minute. Just because they're right next to each other, it's literally like a 9 point difference. But yeah, we'll see. Because right now we're technically retracing into the bearish fair value gap, but we are bullish based off 615, the 615 sweep. Let's see if we can afford another red to green here, unless it was just a pullback into the 1 minute time frame, which I'm not really too interested in trading all that much, to be honest. Because obviously, like I said, my bias right now is pretty bullish from 615. So like I said, if we're able to get a red to green here, or maybe in the next candle, that'll be a beautiful sign. But you guys see what I'm saying, though, right? The volume today is very aggressive. So if you are willing to take this trade with me, just make sure you size light. Obviously, I don't want you guys to be over risking on a market that can potentially stop you all in 0.3 seconds just because it feels like it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see. And ES is also trying to sweep liquidity, but now it's holding below it. So ES is leaning a little bit more towards bearish for now, while NQ is holding bullish based off 615. Now, I would love to potentially take a rejection short. But the thing is, we would have a 60-point late entry, because right now I'm not going to take shorts off a 1 minute gap from a bearish rally gap into shorts when technically we're holding bullish. This could just be a pullback into higher. We don't know that yet. You know what I mean? But if we hold below 615, then that'll be bearish. But the thing is, if we want to enter off shorts here off a retracement model into shorts down here, our stop loss would be kind of messy. We're not really going to be getting stopped out due to a rejection, you know what I mean, or anything. So maybe for now, I'll probably avoid shorts. And maybe just let the market. If what's gonna happen is the market just selling off all morning, I'll probably just avoid shorts and just wait for the reversal to happen eventually, and then I'll just try to trade that. Because yeah, shorts today, as much as I would love to take it with all this selling coming in and all the aggression coming in and everything, it's probably not the safest thing ever. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very, very risky, and our entries will be so off. So I'd rather just not do that. But I'm hoping that we can at least try to see a reversal soon, right? We're heading back down into 615, so our bias is probably about to flip back to bearish. I would love to take shorts off this, bro, but the entry was just way too late there. Like, what I mean is like, if we're gonna enter off here, our stop loss would be 60 points, and I'm not really trying to deal with that. So I rather just wait and see if we can get a reversal eventually. Hopefully, I mean, ES is trying to lead us back down because ES is still holding bearish here. And NQ is about to go down into 615 again. It's currently trading at 630. So yeah, and on the 5 minute, we don't have much. We still have that 5 minute gap here, which is the same thing as the 1 minute pretty much. So if we can inverse both the 1 minute and the 5 minute, that'll be amazing. But I really want to see the 1 minute workout though. I really, really want to see that workout. Yeah, ES is still holding bearish here. I don't want to say that the seller interest is dying down though, because we're still trying to shoot down pretty aggressive here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, if you measure out each and every single candle, we're looking at 40, 50 point candles on average. So if we hold back down below 615, I guess we're back to trying to be bearish. But the thing is off what? Yeah, there it is. 615 broken again. But off what though? Can we go bearish off of? Because there's literally nothing here, especially on the 1 minute. I just don't want to try chasing shorts. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Is there anything on the 15-minute by chance? Yeah, we have a massive 15-minute gap there. I'll probably just risk the 1 minute regardless, just because volume is so aggressive. Yeah, bro, guys, look how aggressive, bro. Like a second ago, we were literally back at 610. Now we're trading back at 645. So like I said, guys, if we can catch the right move today, we can for sure look at about a 70-point trade, 70 points or higher. It's just it can happen very fast. Because bro, you guys saw it literally a second ago. We were at 610. Now we traded all the way back up to 660. That's crazy, bro. I like that volume. I like that volume. Of course, only if we can catch the right move. You know what I mean? Because it will make us so much money so fast. So as long as we're able to do that, then that'll be amazing. But it's like price is still it's trying to decide what it's trying to do here based off 615, which is interesting. You know what I mean? It's trying to sell off, but it's trying to get bought up as well. As long as we don't chop here, then that's all good. You know what I mean? Even if we have to give it a few minutes to actually try to get a reaction here, then sure, you know we'll do that. I mark this on ES because it's kind of the only thing here. Yeah, and Q's back down to the lows again. Interesting. I mean, I don't really know what to say here. I mean, it's kind of just waited out. Yeah, look at that. We're back down at the lows just like nothing happened. Unless we can create another gap here. Nah, because we're just going to take another level of liquidity at 595. So it's like taking shorts here would be literally a death trap. The good thing about today, though, is the further away we get from these setups that we have, it's not really the biggest deal in the world because what could happen is since we have so much volume, we can easily just shoot back up into it like nothing happened. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. As long as the volume doesn't die down today, as long even if we get a little bit further away from the setup entry here, it probably won't be the biggest deal in the world. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Obviously, hopefully we don't get too far away from the setup, but yeah, there's not much I can really take here yet. But it does seem like price keeps trying to break lower and buyers keep trying to step in, which is a very good sign in terms of a deal will sweep eventually. It just kind of shows that, sellers obviously had control at one moment and they keep trying to gain control, but buyers are starting to step in a lot more, which can kind of have a higher chance of confirming a deal will sweep soon to happen. It's just when, you know what I mean? When, because you guys have seen, we have tried to break below 615 about 4 times now, and buyers just keep trying to step in. So, I mean, how soon can we really see a deal will sweep, you know what I mean? Into a full-on reversal. And that's the question. And once again, guys, even if I did want to take anything here, I really can't. The nearest setup is literally all the way up here at 680. That's the best thing we can work with right now. There's nothing else. And I would love to work with a previous gap anywhere else, but literally nothing. It's just wicks here, small candles, wicks, lows. Nothing crazy, just nothing. So today is really all a waiting game. We do have something at 480. That's pretty far. I mean, I'm not interested in that. It's like 20 drawn liquidity points away. So I'm sure we'll reverse by then. I mean, I would hope at least. But the rest, nothing. Not even on the 15-minute. Nothing here, nothing there. Just wicks everywhere. Maybe on the 5-minute. I don't know. Not much here. much here. Yeah, the nearest one that I have is at 490. And we're still breaking past these lows. We're about to hit 595. Maybe we can create something new on the woman that we can potentially use instead of having to wait all the way up until 680. Maybe. Let me check. 30 points. We have about 20 seconds left into this candle, so maybe that's a potential thing. But I don't really think that's gonna work. Unless we have something on the 5-minute. We do have something on the 5-minute, but what are the chances we hold down this tiny gap? Which the amount of aggression that we have in the markets, what are the chances we hold down this tiny gap like this for 5 more minutes? You know what I mean? Or for 6 minutes now. I mean, what are the odds? So I would love to take something on to 1 minute, but first of all, it's probably not even gonna hold because it's so small. And even if it did hold, it's only 33 points, not enough for my liking. So the best bet would be either we take a 1 minute entry up here if we get a full on U-turn as a reversal, or if we manage to hold down this 5-minute gap here and we just work off a dual sweep reversal into that. Or maybe a continuation model. Like I said, I would love to take shorts. I just can't really take shorts off anything here because we haven't really retraced into much, and what we've retraced into, it wasn't good enough for an entry. It would have just given us a super messy, super late entry, and all of you guys would have been lost and probably questioning your entry. I mean, which is what we're not trying to do, you know. So it's probably best if we just wait it out a little bit longer here. But I'm gonna see how this 5-minute holds. I'm gonna switch over my interest from the 1 minute to the 5-minute for now, and see if we can work off something here because we just keep on taking levels here. Oh my. I think the Supreme Court tariff thing, right, guys? I think it's a Supreme Court tariff thing. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, guys, for those wondering, I'm pretty sure this candle happened because of some tariff things on the Supreme Court. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's because of that. But wow, what a sell-off, bro. And surprisingly, we have not gotten a setup yet. Oh, we have setups, but we just don't have if anything, we can work off the 1 minute as well. But damn, bro, I'm getting a little bit of FOMO here. Like, dude, we just keep on selling with no setups, bro. The FOMO is definitely kicking in, bro. Wow, bro. I mean, dude, we are getting pretty close to 480. So if we have to work off 480, I mean, fuck it, bro. Why not? I didn't think we would see 480 today. But we can definitely work off that. I mean, if we have to, we have to. Fuck it, bro. I mean, but how much more can the market really sell off? Or is it going to be one of those type of days where we just sell off without any questions? You know what I mean? But wow, bro, what the hell is going on today? It's like, dude, holy. We're not stopping here. I mean, dude, a 1 minute is a potential. Again, you know what I mean? I mean, we probably just got like an 80-point candle here. No, 57-point candle here on the 1 minute, which makes for a pretty good gap here. So we could probably look for something like, I just don't know if I want to work with a reversal or try to work with the reversal so soon. Because obviously anything can really happen here. But I also don't want to chase shorts. I mean, dude, we've already sold off like 200 points today, right? Let me see. We have sold off about, over 200 points today. I mean, how much lower can we really go? You know what I mean? So, I mean, maybe I just size less and try to risk longs. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll just put my interest into shorts and just try it out. But I'm gonna see what we can do here out for this. Or maybe we get a retracement model into a rejection. So I don't want to be so quick to really say anything yet. Bro, look at these reverse. Oh my goodness, bro. Trading today is gonna be scary as hell, guys. Because either we hit PT in 2 seconds, or we get stopped out in a blink of an eye. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be something, bro. This is gonna be something. But let's see what reaction we get based off 569. And maybe. Oh my god, my laptop is turning on again, bro. Because the thing is, guys, what we can do is one of two things. We can either ignore a retracement model off of this gap into a rejection. We can ignore that. And what I mean is, if we reject off this gap and we're gonna continue going lower, we could just look to take shorts off of this 15-minute model here, off 480. Or if we do end up getting longs, we could just take the 1-minute model into everything else above. So I'll probably just do like until a high of day. And then you could just target like these highs and then 1-to-1 as well. Because we are trying to reverse. And I know that longs can seem a little bit sketchy right now with the whole market selling off like crazy. But you really got to think to yourself, how much more can the market really sell off? You know what I mean? We have to be a little bit realistic here. And yeah, I get it. The market can continue selling off like crazy as much as it wants. But obviously, I'm gonna keep an eye out on something that feels a lot more realistic for now. And if I'm proven wrong, then sure, I'll just switch my bias into the next setup that I have, which will be at the inverse down here. Which, you know, if we have to take it, then by all means, fuck it. You know what I mean? The 15-minute model here, I'll take it. I'll be willing to, because if we're able to hold below 495 into this inverse, we would have room into a 40-point price target. You know what I mean? So wait, was it 40-point price target? More of a 30-point price target, which is still pretty good. You know what I mean? Especially with the volume. I'm sure if we take out the level of liquidity, we can still see a lot lower. But yeah, I mean, if shorts is what's going to be the case, where we just continue selling off all morning long, just continue, then I would just say I would ignore the 1-minute model here, the 1-minute retracement, take away all the risks that we have, and then just take it down here and just target the gap. I mean the level here. Yeah, we could look at something like this for example. For now, at least for now. Like I said, I know it seems a little sketchy, but so do longs. I mean, so do shorts. This is gonna be a little bit tricky to get the entry, because literally anything could happen. So once again, guys, if we do end up getting an entry today, at least size light. I mean, be smart and size light. Don't obviously be full boarding. And don't get yourself caught up in that type of mess. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, we're about to get what seems like an entry soon. So let's see if we can even, like I said, I'm probably gonna get a late entry today, because I don't want to be entering off an inverse and we just randomly reject back down. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna wait for a little bit more confirmation, make sure that we get the inverse, make sure that we hold above it, make sure that we see more buying pressure above it, and we go based off that. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see, because we are getting quite a bit of buying pressure here. We're getting a dual sweep off of 569. So let's see what we can work with here. Hopefully something good. Definitely gonna be a little bit of a nerve-wracking trade, but it's pretty much what we can work with. So yeah, guys, just have your mouse over the buy button, over the buy button. Oh, voice crack there. Over the buy button, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. I guess I'm gonna wait for a good impulse to the upside. I'm not gonna take like any little buy there or buy here or whatever. I need an impulse, like a strong one, like exactly how we were getting in this candle, just a straight candle up, and then I'll take it. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get a late entry, but I'm willing to do it. I am sizing light on this trade because it is gonna be a risky one. Anything today is gonna be risky for a fact. And then just work off that. And then ES is also approaching this 5 minutes. So if we're able to get a lot more buying pressure and inverse both the 1 minute and the 5 minute, then we should be good. You know what I mean? Obviously good for longs. But yeah, let's see here. We're getting more of a pump up here. I don't want to get too late of an entry. So obviously, guys, hover your mouse over the buy button so you guys are ready for longs if we do end up taking it. And yeah, just be ready, guys. Let's see what we do in this next 1 minute candle. Let's see if we can break past this high. I'm willing to enter around 591. And I'll just adjust my stop loss as I enter. But let's see what we can do here, because we did get the inverse. But like I said, guys, I'm going to be very, very cautious today because I don't want to be getting faked out in this type of market. So I'm going to wait for a nice red to green and try to take it. That's even if we get the red to green. All right, guys. So like I said, today, just be patient. I'm willing to get a late entry. I don't care about that. I just want to make sure that I catch the right move today. All right, so let's see if we can afford another red to green here. If we're able to afford a red to green into breaking out of this high at 591, then I'll take longs. If not, then all right, I'll just keep waiting till something newer comes around. But yeah, you guys see what we're pretty much avoiding here, right? That's what I'm telling you guys. Be open to getting late entries today, because you don't want to be entering too early with very little confirmation and buyers stepping in, and then you get screwed over with a huge selling candle out of thin air. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, just be open to getting the entries today. As long as everything looks confirmed, even if you get a late entry with today's type of volume, it'll be completely fine. Because I mean, dude, with the amount of volume that we have in the market, if you catch the right move, you're gonna make a shit ton of money, late entry or not. You know what I mean? So So yeah, that's the good thing about today. You just have to be very careful and very cautious with what you pick as your entry. All right, but so far nothing yet for me, guys. I didn't get the impulse that I wanted to see yet off the 1 minute. Maybe we'll get it in this candle. Who knows? Because we are shooting back up here. Like I said, I'll be pretty open around this 590 range. I'll be open to an entry. But you also have to be careful with this 5 minute as well, because we are in a 5 minute gap here. But we can anticipate the push up as long as we get a bunch of buying in the 1 minute. We can anticipate the inverse here. So if you guys want to wait for the 5 minute, you definitely can. Or if you guys want to take off the 1 minute with a little bit more risk, you also can. I'm gonna be sizing light, so I'm gonna be taking the risk off the 1 minute for myself. But it's really up to you guys. Let me just mark out the 5 minute ends here. There we go. But yeah, guys, so far nothing yet for me. But we are trying to get bought up here, which is a good sign. We just need more buying pressure. We don't have enough to really tell us that buyers are in full control here. So we're still waiting on it, guys. So far nothing yet for me. But obviously, just in case, just hover your mouse over the buy button just so you're ready, because you never know. We might get a random pullback into the upside and just take it, just like that. Like, oh my god, just like that, bro. Yeah, today's volume is definitely crazy. But yeah, guys, just be ready to see what we can catch here. And like I said, please size light today. All right, I don't want to hear anyone here complaining about an L just because the market's too volatile. All right. Let's see if we can break past this candle high here. And like I said, if you guys do want to be a lot more safer, you could definitely look to take it off the 5 minute inverse here. It's kind of the same thing, really. If you guys feel like the 5 minute is holding you down a lot, and you don't feel safe off the 1 minute time frame, which by the way, I might move on to the 5 minute as well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because the 1 minute is chopping around the inverse area. So if anything, I'll just move the entry model to here and just delete this. Because yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, the 1 minute is looking a little bit choppy around the entry model, because like we're being a little bit indecisive there. So I don't want to be dealing with that. So I'd rather just inverse the 5 minute. Although we're gonna get like about a 20-point day entry, 25-point day entry. It's totally fine. You know what I mean? As long as we're able to get the reversal there, it would be a lot better, in my opinion. We also have the same price targets and everything, just a 20-point day entry. Because yeah, imagine we inverse the 1 minute and we just get rejected off the 5 minute. It's a lot more risk for no reason. You know what I mean? Just wait the 20 points and we see it, you know? And also ES as well. And I know that we have something on the 15 minute we're more than likely to have something on the 15 minute. But the 15 minute doesn't close for the next 5 minutes, which is a good thing. But it's really all a matter of just trying to break above this. I don't want to be targeting too much though. I'm gonna target 790. There you go. Okay, let's see if we can get another red to green here. We're trying to, at least. We're trying to. You guys can see that buyers are really trying to reverse price a lot more here. So yeah, it's really all a matter of time until we hopefully see sellers completely give up, lose interest, and buyers just gain full control. Just like that. Oh my, what the fuck? Okay, guys, I haven't entered yet. I have not entered yet, but I'm gonna try to find something after that pump up. Dude, what are the odds after I say that happens? Okay, let me just make sure that buyers are still in control before I click this buy button. Hold on, guys, hold on. Dude, today's market is so freaking tricky, bro. Hold on, guys. We're for sure gonna get a late entry, but just be careful. Just be careful. What the hell did we just see him buy? I'm just scared of a random pullback, bro. All right, guys, I'm in longs. I'm going to say fucking just take longs. I know I'm going to get a super late entry. Obviously, I'm just going to adjust my stop loss to the entry. But wow. Oh my. Guys, I'm in longs, by the way. I'm in longs. Hopefully, you guys are paying attention. I got filled at 637. But oh my goodness, bro. I guess I don't even know what to say. Hopefully it works out. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna size light on this one. I'm gonna adjust my stop loss to my entry. So 637. I'm gonna adjust my stop loss maybe like 45 points, if anything. So I'll do like 592 stop loss. That's my best bet because obviously of the late entry. You know what I mean? But Hopefully it works out, dude. Wow, what that candle was crazy, bro. The fact that we're even trying to trade this is absurd in the first place. But let's see how it ends up holding. Once again, guys, it is a risky trade. Obviously, I mean, look at the volume in the markets. It is going to be a risky trade. We are getting all the confirmations, though. We do have our setup. We do have the volume. We have everything. Hopefully it plays out. Hopefully it does play out. So we'll see. Like I said, guys, if we catch the right move today, we can make a shitload of money. Because obviously there's so much volume in the market. Once again, guys, my price target is going to be 674 is what I'm targeting. 674. And if you guys are too scared about this trade or you don't like the volume, you can always obviously take scales a lot sooner than the price target. I mean, we're still up quite a bit. So if you guys do want to look to take that, then obviously go ahead. You know what I mean? It's never a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and take something here as well, guys. I went ahead and scale some contracts here. I scaled 5 off here. All right, we are approaching the buying seems to be slowing down a little bit. We are approaching this 5 and 1 minute fair value gap. And I mean, we hit the price target either way. So not too bad. Not too bad, guys. So yeah, I went ahead and took some skills here. You guys should as well. And yeah, beautiful trade. We finally got longs here after like an hour in the markets. Finally. Not too bad. All right, guys. Not too bad. Oh my goodness. Look at that pump. Guys, make sure you're scaling around this area, guys. Make sure you're scaling around this area. Look to start moving your stop loss to break even. I know we want to catch the full move, but you also don't want to be risking too much in case of a random reversal. All right, guys. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. What a fucking pump. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of a late entry. We could have made so much more behind this trade, but hey, we'll take what we can get. You know what I mean? Definitely a very crazy day. So not a day to be greedy. You know what I mean? The markets will punish you for being greedy today. But yeah, how you guys doing in the chat? Let me know. Are you guys green? Are you guys good? How are you guys doing? Thanks. Pass my account. Nice. Guys, if you guys are green on this trade, I know I haven't read the chat at all today. I've just been so locked in. If you guys are green on the day, guys, feel free to post your profits over in the profit channel. If you guys are green, everyone should be green. Although we did get a little bit of a late entry, it still worked out into our price target, whether you got a super late entry, an early entry, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You guys should be green. So if you guys are green, guys, go post your profits over here in the profit channel. Spam those profits. Like I said, there's over 730 of you guys in here. Everyone should be green. All right, guys, everyone should be green. So if you guys are green, go ahead and spam your profits over in the profit channel. All right, guys. But yeah, like I said, today, I'm not going to read the chat that much today. I'm not really too focused on it. It's not really too important right now. You know what I mean? We have to lock into the markets here. But yeah. Hopefully we did take out a level of liquidity, so there is a good chance in a reversal again. Or maybe a retracement. Who knows, right? But yeah. Make sure you guys are scaling at the price targets. All right, we did take out a level of liquidity all the way up here at 674.50. So please make sure you guys are scaling here because we can reverse going forward. All right, guys. Now, obviously, we would hope not to, so we can make the most out of this runner into maybe 725.25. But obviously, don't be greedy in this market. Take what you can. Take what you can. So I have my stop loss placed at break even. So yeah. Keep that in mind, guys. But the fact that we were able to get a trade in this market just surprises me. I was a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You guys probably were too. But with all the confirmation and everything, we just made it work. You know what I mean? So that's good. So we caught for my entry, about 55 points. From my entry, I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys got 45, maybe 60. Depending if you guys entered earlier or not. But yeah, that pump up was crazy, bro. Thank God it happened literally as we were paying attention. That the buying pressure does definitely seem like it's dying down a little bit here. So maybe I take profits a little bit sooner than break even if we're gonna die down. I might want to take it above 690. I might take my last contract, or if we get like a good spike, then maybe I'll just do 725. Because it does. I'm kind of getting a little bit worried. With this runner here, I don't really want it to get stopped out of break even here. I do want to capitalize the most out of this trade. But yeah. Not a bad trade, guys. I'm actually really happy with this trade. Like I said, everyone in here should be green, no matter what. I mean, we talked about this game plan. We were expecting longs pretty much all morning based off every given setup. And it finally worked out. So if you guys were paying attention, then you guys should be green. No excuse. No excuse. All right. No excuse at all. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully we get a red to green here. We're kind of holding a doji here. And we're holding a doji from this 674.50 level. So I'm getting a little bit worried in terms of we reverse here. I don't want us to reverse. I really want us to shoot up and into at least 725 for PT2 so we can make the most out of this last runner here. But obviously, if it doesn't, then obviously make sure you guys have your stop loss move to break even. All right, guys. But yeah, let's see if we can get a pump up here. See if we can get this going. Finally flipped it to green. Let's see if we can even hold it in the first place. No, I know. We're back to a doji candle. Yeah, we're probably going to reverse here soon. So like I said, guys, make sure you're taking your skills around this area if you haven't already. All right, guys. I got stopped at a break even. Guys. I'm pretty happy with the profits. I'm more happy with how we executed the trade today. I'm really, really happy with that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of stopped me out a little early. Whatever. I don't know. Possible short entry, you can. But I think I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it stopped me out a little early here. It never hit my entry model. I think I got a little bit of slippage today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't really care that much, honestly. It was one contract either. It was one contract either way. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are green. If you guys are green on the day, guys, obviously go post your profits over in the profit channel. Is anyone still in? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got slippage. I never got my entry hit, and it stopped me out. You're still in? Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of you guys are probably still in. Let me show you guys what I mean. I'm serious. I literally never look. Maybe I just set the limit order a little bit too high up and I wasn't paying attention. Wow, that's unfortunate, but I never got stopped at a break even. I got filled a little bit higher. Bruh. All right, well, I mean, it's not really a big deal. If you guys are still in, obviously look to target PT2 up here. For some green on that, but wow, okay, well, that's a little bit unlucky. You know what I mean? It's whatever. I don't really care that much. It was one contract either way. But yeah. Bro, on it, bro. Are there on NQ? NQ? Nah, you got it to. Oh, okay. So guys, before you get off. Okay, so we're working on a new update or by we I mean Hanif, right? Hanif is for those who don't know, Hanif is the developer of the indicator, and what we're doing or what we're planning, what I plan on doing, he's coding it, is we're setting alerts for the indicator. Let me explain. I'm gonna let the screenshots do the talking. All right, guys. It's still in testing, but for the new update for the indicator, you guys know how the indicator gives you entry suggestions, like, hey, you should enter here with the stop loss here with the price targets here and everything. Like, let me show you guys. Like this. Let it load. It's gonna take like a minute because there's a lot of scripts here that's gonna load. But let me show you guys, right? For those that use the indicator, for those that have been with us for a few months now, or for a few weeks at least, you guys know that the indicator shows you entry models, like this, right? It showed us longs from the same exact gap that we took, right? The indicator took the same trade as us, pretty much, right? So what could happen here is Hanif is coding it. So if you're off the charts, TradingView will when the script sees a potential trade and it confirms the entry, it will tell you the bullish bias is ready. There's a setup. The setup is playing out. It will give you the entry model, the indicators entry model. It'll tell you when to move your stops to break even. You take profits and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be an interesting update for sure. It's gonna be a very, very interesting update. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So, and by the way, we're not only doing alerts. We're gonna be doing, like, for example, if a drawn liquidity is swept and based off that drawn liquidity we form a bullish bias or a bearish bias, it's gonna tell you into a notification. Let's say, for example, you're at work or you're at school and you can't be on your phone, but you want to know what's happening. The indicator will alert you. Hey, this is happening. Hey, this is happening. Hey, there's an entry, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting how it's coming out. Honestly, I'm super excited for this one, guys. But yeah, and obviously we're also fixing some bugs that you guys are also telling us about. Like sometimes when there's an entry and it confirms the entry, it will disappear even though the entry is still valid. So yeah, we're working on that. All right, guys. So we're getting a few stuff done, but this is gonna be the next new thing for the update. All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. All right. Looks fire, looks nice. That's tough. I'm telling you guys, so you don't have to always be on the charts, and it will tell you when to enter, when you should enter, when to pay attention, and all that good stuff. Bro, I saw this, bro. I saw this shit, bro. Lucid trading using I don't even know his name, bro. I think his name's like Red or something. Island Boy as a fucking promotion for a prop firm. Are you serious right now, bro? Like, come on now, bro. But yeah. Do you have to set up the notifications or will it be up by default? It'll be up by default. It'll be up by default. Obviously, I'm sure it'll be the smart thing to on if you're listening, maybe to have like an option to toggle on or off the notifications, or maybe even select what notifications you want to see. Because let's say, for example, right today, right, bullish bias, bearish bias, bullish bias, bearish bias, bearish bias, bullish bias, but you know what I mean, like prices are gonna be going crazy and your phone's gonna be blowing up. So maybe we can like add like I don't know like a limit to the notifications, or toggle on and off, or choose what you wanna see as a notification. You know what I mean? We can go about that. You know what I mean? Sweet, just pass. Hey, bro, good shit, bro. Good shit. I'm testing it. I'm getting spammed. That's what I'm saying, bro. But yeah, if you guys are green on the day today, guys, and you guys want to share your profits, guys, once again, you guys can always share your profits here in the profit channel. Like I said, there's over 800 of you guys watching the trade today. So if you guys are green, which a lot of you guys should be, I mean, there's no reason to not be green, then obviously feel free to post your profits here in the profit channel. All right, guys? Bro. But yeah, guys. Let's see. Bro, this is it, bro. Bro, at that point, bro, you don't even need me, Chris. At that point, bro, I'll just retire. But yeah, guys. Other than that, man, although I didn't really make too much today, which I'll take. I made $300 on the day. I'll take no matter what. You know what I mean? We did size light today, to be fair. We did size light today. I made 1,000 and about to take a test. Bro, good luck on that test, bro. Thank you, of course, guys. I got you guys. Now, I am planning on getting off very, very soon. I told myself, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I'm gonna change a little bit of things with the streams. You guys know typically, it's a pretty common thing that when I'm done trading or when I finish a green trade or whatever, you guys notice I still stay on for like an extra hour, and you guys, they're like, yo, David, can you catch me one more trade? I'm like, I got you guys. Going forward, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm done doing that shit, bro. Once I'm done, bro, I'm done. Like I can't keep stressing about it, bro. Once I'm done, I'm done. Like I don't care if you guys didn't take it, bro. Like, I mean, you gotta pay attention. You know what I mean? But yeah. Now that we're done with this trade, I guess I'm pretty much done. I mean, there's not much I can really do here. You know what I mean? The markets are pretty much done. You know what I mean? Protect your peace. It's not really protecting my peace. It's just, let's say, for example, right? I'm green, and you guys are like, hey, one more. I didn't catch you. One more, please, one more. I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? One more. And that trade doesn't work out, and you guys are red. It's just a whole shit show. Because I'm green, some people are green, some people are red, some people are complaining, some people are like, oh, no, but you're stupid. But like, you know what I mean? It just causes so much unnecessary stuff. So once I'm done, bro, I don't care. I'm done. I'm going to start training for myself going forward. It's how it should have been in the first place. I mean, so yeah, once I'm done, I'm done. You know what I mean? But yeah. Other than that, guys, I'm pretty much gonna call it here. I mean, I don't really have much to say or much to do anymore. I made my money and that's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, basically, no, not like that either, bro. But you got what I'm trying to say. All right, guys. But yeah, I will be live tomorrow. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is I'm probably not gonna trade Friday. Maybe I'll be live. Maybe I'll be live, most likely. Because guys, Friday is OPEX. All right. And you guys know typically OPEX is not the best days ever. I know I've said that for the last 3 months, and for the last 3 months in a row, OPEX has been one of the best days in the month. So hopefully it's not the case this time. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right. I will be on though. Maybe doing some commentary, maybe some education here and there. I was planning on doing a class yesterday, but dude, I was so annoyed with yesterday's stream. That I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm not even trying to get on Discord right now, bro. I'm just gonna go enjoy my day. So I didn't do the class. So my bad on that, guys. My bad on that. But maybe I do it on Friday. If I'm not gonna trade Friday, then I might as well do Friday. You know what I mean? But tomorrow we will be on and we will be trading to see if we can get one more day green, you know, to end the week. But regardless, this entire week has been green, so no one should be red either way. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Either way, we would have gone stepped out of break even though I already did. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or later if you guys are active in the chat. All right, guys. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you guys then. All right, guys. Peace out. Take it easy, guys. Peace, peace, peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys made some money with this. And if you did end up making some money with us by catching this 55-point trade into our price target, and you want to join the premium, guys, then click the link in the description, the second link, to join the premium to get access to real-time live trading, real-time alerts, real-time classes, and so much more with the community. And get more access to me. I'm a lot more active with my premium chat rather than YouTube chat or any other chat like our Peace chat. You guys know I don't really type there that much. So if you guys need more of me or more of my help, then feel free to always ask me there in the premium, all that good stuff. Now, you guys saw the update for the indicator. We are going to be adding alerts to the indicator. We're kind of testing it right now to see if it's even stable. And yeah, if you guys want to get access to that, then click the first link in the description and join the indicator. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.